everyone, it's Penny Black and Jill Foster here with another PB&J card class, and today's video is the third in a series of 3 videos featuring our newest Christmas masterpieces made simple. And this is the third set of masterpieces made simple panels. So if you missed the other 2 videos, check the YouTube description box. I'll put links for those down below for you. So the third masterpieces made simple set is called Across the Miles. It's product number 50-012. These are pre-printed panels on premium cardstock, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 inches, and we have coordinating products to go with them. And the first I'm showing you here is 30-927 Flurry. This is a sentiment set designed especially to work beautifully with this set of panels. You may want to hit pause to take a look at that sentiment set, and you can really see how the sentiments within it work perfectly with these cards. It's a 3 by 4 inch sentiment set, so it's a great value. You have everything you need then to create with this set of masterpieces made simple panels, all the sentiments you could even need for them. We've also curated some other products that go beautifully with these particular masterpieces made simple panels. And the first here I'm going to show you is 51-565 Snowflake frames. So what I love about this die cut set is that it is just such a perfect match with the natural, beautiful look of these masterpieces made simple panels, and simply just the panels with this die cut make a gorgeous card, and it truly is a masterpiece made simple. Now if you like to add more of your own touches to your cards, sort of personalizing them or adding more inking and stamping, don't worry, I'll have more card ideas with those coming up within this video. But this first card just features the panel and the frame popped up on that panel. You can stamp your sentiment on the inside of your card, and it really is a stunning card just like that. Now here is another way you can kind of personalize this and add your sentiment to the front. I am just going to wrap this frame here with some twine. I've just used regular Scotch tape there to hold that first piece on the inside. I will wrap that up and then use another little piece of tape to hold it down on the inside and trim off the excess. I've stamped one of those coordinating sentiments just on a piece of white cardstock and hand trimmed it into the shape of a tag. I'm adding the frame using foam squares, foam adhesive behind, just to pop it up a little bit, and then I will add my tag with a foam square so it's up at the same level as the frame. These 2 cards are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches, a standard A2 size card, and I will just glue a bow down here on the tag. A much easier way to make it look like it's tied on, but the bow, then I can position it right where I want it. And that's the finished card. It's that simple. But just by adding that die cutting, a little touch of twine, a coordinating sentiment, it really has a beautiful handmade look to it. Now for the next card, I've used that same snowflake frame die, but I've die cut it on a 5 by 7 card. So wow, it really gives just a totally different look to the frame and to the card. So if you want to mix it up, you can do it on a 5 by 7 card and mix up the size of your card as well. And again, I just stamped my sentiment from that coordinating sentiment set Flurry. And then I just wanted to show you here, this is another look. And for this card, I did use some colored cardstock, and then I just used an X-Acto knife to trim under that bird so that I could pop that up over the edge of the frame. A very small touch, but it gives it a different look. Again, a handmade touch, just a little extra something. And my sentiment from our coordinating sentiment set was stamped in white heat embossed on black cardstock. Now another die that we've curated together with this Masterpieces Made Simple set is the Piece Edger die. This is a new die, and it really works beautifully with these particular natural, peaceful looking scenes. So for this one, I've put my Masterpieces Made Simple panel onto my background. I stamped my sentiment onto a piece that was die cut with that piece edger, so that's where I've used the edger die, and now this is the word piece that comes with that. Excuse my head there, I am so sorry. And you can see that leaves that beautiful border and the perfect place to add that word, and also that space over on the left to stamp a sentiment. And again, dearly love you. I love how those sentiments in that sentiment set just match up perfectly with the different panels in the Masterpieces Made Simple set. So I will just trim that down, and I added just a few little pearls above the dearly love you to finish off that card. Now another die set that we've curated to go with this Masterpieces Made Simple set is our Zigzag Stackers die set. This is a very popular die set that we've had for quite a while now, but I love it with this. So you can see here you can cut your background panel. You can even cut your Masterpieces Made Simple panels with this. And again, I'm using that piece edger die, but this time I'm just using the word piece. So you don't have to use it with the actual edger piece. And I have that zigzag die along the background, and just these die cuts really take these cards to the next level and give you the chance to really make them your own. I'm just going to lay this across right up at the top. And with this particular Masterpieces Made Simple die set, I did have some fun pulling in some sort of neutral tones, some kraft cardstocks and some tans to mix and match with these Masterpieces Made Simple sets. You can see there that zigzag stacker, the coordinating sentiment stamped over there in the left. And what a different look this gives those birds than the original card or the other card we showed with the Snowflake die set. Now here I'm going to use our Footnotes stamp set. I love this stamp set. I use it all the time. You can tell just by looking at mine how well loved it is. It's practically black, but hey, it stamps great every time. And I'm going to just stamp this along the bottom like a little border there. And then I've just mounted my Masterpieces Made Simple set to some kraft cardstock. You can see there I used the Zigzag Stackers die right onto the Masterpieces Made Simple pre-printed panel itself. And wow, that adds so much. And the card is done. I mean, and I just think that little bit of stamping, the die cutting on the panel, it is a simple card, but it's just natural and beautiful. And if you're mass producing Christmas cards, these are really great. Or sometimes if you're making cards for people that aren't stampers and you want something that you can just pull together that's beautiful, but maybe you don't want to put a ton of time into it, this is a great way to do that. Now here you can add some more inking and some more of maybe your favorite techniques with these. I'm doing some ink blending onto my background. I'm kind of working with my panel right there to match up the colors. And then I have my zigzag stackers. I just cut a couple of cut the large rectangle and trimmed it in half, and this provides me a way to use it just as a border. And I'm just checking here for placement to make sure I've put enough ink onto my card. This is a standard 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card. I'm going to add some adhesive along the top and the bottom, and then just line that up with the zigzag stackers and trim off the excess from the back. And it's a great way to just sort of use these as a border to get that stitching, that handmade touch. Just trimming that off from the sides. Missed a little bit there, get that. And then I can add this to my card. Now it will overhang if you use it in this orientation, so you can just add that on and trim off the excess. And again, I've stamped that coordinating sentiment down there at the bottom. I love the touch of just that little bit of blue inking to the card. I think it gives it that sort of next level handmade touch to everything. Now this die is one of our new dies. It's 51-741 Holidays, and I love this large size, and I just had to bring it in to use with these Masterpieces Made Simple sets. So look at your die sets, maybe some that you already own, or maybe you're using a die like this on your other cards and you want to try it out with the Masterpieces Made Simple sets. You can really do a lot of layering on top of these. So I just wanted this light extra layer, and so I'm lightly inking this with an ink blending tool and a foam pad. Now all of the exact colors of inks that I'm using will be listed down below in the YouTube description box, and I will also list the penny black products used and link those to our online store. Now I added this using some foam squares underneath that so it's popped up a little bit. You can see I stamped one of the coordinating sentiments there along the bottom. I added some pearls to embellish this and I mounted it to my card. So very simple, but again, just very unique, and I love what just layering that little bit of die cutting on top does for the entire thing. Now for this next card, underneath that painter's tape is our Zigzag frames die, and I've covered and masked off the zigzag part, and I am using an ink blending tool and a foam pad to apply ink while that is masked off. If you watch any of my videos, you've probably seen me do this like a million times, but it's one of my favorite techniques. I'm just checking here on the color, and you'll see when you peel back that painter's tape, it reveals that stitching below, and it's a great way to add extra dimension without any bulk to your cards. Now, I've challenged myself to use the Immense Joy die with all of our different Masterpieces Made Simple sets, and here I have die cut it from Kraft Cardstock, again pulling in those neutrals with this particular Masterpieces Made Simple set, and I am just putting some adhesive here on the back. You can see a little snowflake die that I've added, and I'm going to add this to my card where I did that inking. And what I love about this Immense Joy die cut is that big section in the middle in the word with the letter O, and that's where I ran this through my die cutting machine and cut out one of the Masterpieces Made Simple panels that I can position right inside of there. Now, I did want to pull a tiny little sentiment for this particular card, so I am using our very handy Jolly Snippets sentiment set. This is a new sentiment set, and I am just going to stamp this right on top there. You can stamp your sentiments right on top of the Masterpieces Made Simple panels. Filled with Joy, I thought was perfect for these little birds and that big die cut word joy, of course. And then I just embellished this with some die cut snowflakes. Kind of surrounding those birds. And then also some little self-adhesive pearls to the centers of those snowflakes. And the card is complete. I hope you've enjoyed today's video and all of the videos featuring our newest Masterpieces Made Simple sets. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Now I have lots more videos coming with more traditional stamping and painting and die cutting, so be sure to hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on those as well. Here's a look at all of the 10 cards we made in today's video, and thanks for watching.